We're back. This should be the final part of the Windbloom Festival. Yeah, I'm right. Windbloom Festival. But now, let's go do The Joy Above the Clouds, Act 3. Your friends have promised to provide clues and new ideas to solve the riddle. You expectantly wait at the agreed upon time, planning to convene and go over all you have learned with Sucrose. Do we go to the mailbox? We wait until 8 a.m. Again. Just like last time. I could start this episode like I did last episode, where we just waited for the time to come. And 22 hours. 22 hours. Word. And yeah, we'll go right there. Oh man, it's been a few days since I last played. I need to make sure I get all this done before I run out of time. But this should be the last episode of this. Then I'll have the half episode that I'll record. I think there's like 4.5 days left to get all this. I always push things off to the last minute. It's kind of a bad habit. But you know, I still get it done. Normally. At least if I start it, I'm going to get it done.
It's time! It's time! Let's go meet Sucrose and Kale at the crafting bench.
Okay. I'm not even going to teleport. I'm just going to walk. Although, since we're right here, teleporting wouldn't even have a loading screen. It would be there. Puppy, he's rolling on his back. Oh, it's so cute. I did not say that in a cute way. That sounded horrifying. I guess we go over to Sucrose to start the conversation. Sucrose!
Hey, we're here!
We are!
Traveler, Paimon, great timing. We got a lot of letters in the mailbox, and I just finished sorting them into 4 groups. Nice work!
It's one for each part of the
real
riddle.
work hasn't even started yet. Which batch of letters should we read through first?
Start at the top of the riddle. Joy Above the Clouds. Windbloom Festival, Part 3. Clue board. Read letters about a flower that is not of this world. About the flower that is not of this world. Let's read Tainari's letter. After our conversation the other day, I went over the prophecy's wording carefully. A flower that is not of this world sounds like a logical paradox. Think about it. If a flower is not of this world, its existence cannot be perceived. However, if it can be perceived, it will not fit the description of the prophecy. As such, my view is that the riddle's answer doesn't have to be a real plant. However, I must also note, with all due respect, that the person who came up with this riddle may not know that all plants in the world, and I dare say that no one could make such a claim. Wait, that person who came up with this riddle may not know all the plants in this world. Oh, okay. From this perspective, you could even think of some rare plants as potential candidates for the answer. This episode is gonna leave a lot of reading. You can kind of tell from the fact that I gotta read the board. Let's do Albedo's letter. A flower that is not of this world. Doesn't sound like an existing species or something created through specialized cultivation techniques. With that noted, I believe we should think out of the box. After reviewing what I've learned over the years, I have now reached a conclusion. Sucrose also came to discuss her thoughts with me. She hasn't yet decided on an answer at the moment of me writing this letter, so I won't be revealing my own conclusion right now. We can discuss it in detail when we meet, and I hope everyone else will bring their respective answers too. I'll see you then. Albedo. Read Sucrose's letter. It feels strange to insert a letter into a mailbox I made myself, but I did find my answer. At first, I thought that a flower created using alchemy would constitute one that is not of this world, according to the prophecy. But after giving it some more thought, I realized that instead of creating an actual plant, a flower-shaped mechanism made of alchemical. Is that the way that you would say it? Alchemical or alchemical? I'm gonna go with alchemical parts might fit the description better. So I arrived at my conclusion: a clock in the shape of a flower. The long passage of time brushes past the timepiece, leaving fluttering petals in its wake. The lapsing years stir up the leaves, pushing the needle of time forward. Sucrose. All this time, I just think there was a firework. Hold on, was there more to Tainari's letter and I didn't read it? There is! Holy crap. Just because this ended like perfectly right there, I thought that was it. Attached is a list of rare species, plant species. I've added a short description to each entry, and I hope that you can find your answer within them. Best wishes to you, Tainari. All right, other letters. Holy crap. About the flowers not of this world. Oh, okay. Read about the other things. Got it. Hold on. We stop reading for now. We focus on that one. Focus on the flower not of this world.
Let me quickly summarize what we found out about a flower that is not of this world.
Go for it.
Tainari believes that on closer examination it might be logically paradoxal, while Albedo says that his answer would be better discussed at length in person.
Sounds like Albedo.
As for my answer, I think a clock in the shape of a flower would constitute one that is not of this world.
Here's what we've gathered regarding a guide who will never get lost. Mona said that she'd
I didn't read those yet!
Uncovering the secret behind the prophecy, while Bennett suggests Fischl, Mona, or the Traveler as potential candidates. Mika didn't submit much, but he did draw a vegetation map for Master Tainari and wrote up a dragon spotting calendar
I'm mad
for
now.
Sino. Amber also wrote in. She said that she sees herself as nobody's guide, but everybody's friend.
As for one who would never lie, Rosaria removed herself from consideration, but both Razor and Sino were willing to support us in our search. Timaeus seems to have forgotten to write to us.
Huh.
And finally, this is what we've gathered on a legend that never ends. Klee said that her mom has a number of friends who like to write storybooks. Lisa believes that legends live forever in people's hearts. I think that for a legend to be never-ending, it has to be filled with hopes and dreams, and actively passed from one person to the next.
So, what are the answers to the 4 riddles then?
I guess I don't have to read all the rest of it.
You're really smart, Paimon. I bet you can figure it all out in no time.
Nope.
Or, let's all share our thoughts on what we think the answers might be.
But I don't know all of the things that everybody said on everything else. Because you decided to just go over all of it. Not just what I read.
Wait! Wait for me!
Hey, it's Timaeus. Shut up.
Timaeus, what brings you here?
I'm sorry, I really am. The time just got away from me and I didn't get
understand that.
around to writing that letter.
Yeah, I understand
However, I'm happy to announce that I think I can be the one who would never lie.
Huh? This is kinda sudden. Not that we don't trust you, Timaeus, but, could you elaborate a little after you catch your breath?
Of course.
Okay, go.
Do you still remember the time I, collaborated with a certain Miss Ying R?
Rings a bell. And I knew that's who it was.
Well, basically, she helped me out a lot with my research into potion making once, and, well, we've stayed in touch through letters ever since.
Wait, so Ying R is the girl from Lila that Sucrose mentioned earlier? We always assumed you were hard at work every time we saw you at the crafting bench. So you've just been writing letters to Ying R the whole time?
No, I mean, not all the time. I've done some work too. And anyway, our correspondence covers a lot of serious topics, like perfumes, potions, alchemy. Anyway, a few months ago, I made a vow to the heavens that I will be true to myself and never utter an insincere word until the day that I've managed to win Miss Ying R's heart.
How's that going?
So, at Star Snatch Cliff, you were picking Cecilia's as a gift for Ying R?
Well, that's right. The Cecilia flower is said to represent a once wayward heart transformed by the power of love. I couldn't think of a better flower to give than that. I know full well that Miss Ying R is far more knowledgeable than I in both the ways of the world and the ways of our craft, but I thought I should make the effort for once and put myself out there. Which brings me to the subject of the last few days and the Windbloom Festival. I thought it was time for me to invite Miss Ying R to Mondstadt. But yesterday, Albedo told me that Sucrose has been working hard to help another girl achieve her dream.
Huh?
And when I went to take a look at our roster, I saw that she'd done my remaining work for me. I feel incredibly guilty. I've been spending all of my time in my own fantasy world while everyone else has been bending over backwards to help other people. How could I ever hope to be worthy of Miss Ying R's love if I'm so selfish?
To be fair, being in your own fantasy world is pretty good.
And that's why I've decided to join you.
But then what about Yingar?
Yeah. Haven't you been planning this for over a month now? You said you were gonna invite her to Mondstadt.
Well, yes, I did mention in my letters that I'd like her to visit, which is why I just sent her another gift with my hand-picked Windblooms, along with a handwritten letter. I explained that a matter of great importance has presented itself to which I must devote my full attention for the time being. As soon as it's resolved, I'll make haste to Liyue to pick her up in person. I made sure to package the gift and letter with the greatest care. All I can do now is hope that she'll understand. Point being, please know that I sincerely want to support you in this endeavor. Plus, I think I'm an honest person. As far as I recall, I don't think I've told a single lie in my life.
I feel like that was a lie right there.
Commence Paimon with that speech. Don't worry, Timaeus. We won't
Could
let
be
your
unintentional, though.
determination go to waste.
Thank you, Timaeus.
Ah, thank you, everyone. I promise to do everything I can to help.
Okay, so it looks like we found our one who would never lie.
Great! Let's keep it up. On to the other three.
After some discussion, the group decides on a final pick for each part of the prophecy. Everyone gathers at the bench.
We'll do the honors. Ahem. We have with us here the flower, the guide, the legend, and Timaeus.
It sounds like a letdown.
Why did you only say Timaeus' name? You should say my name, too.
All right. We also have Klee.
That's me!
Yeah, she's a
Klee
kid.
here, this all somehow feels like we're getting ready for a field trip.
There's nothing wrong with a more relaxed atmosphere, is there?
Albedo, have you figured out your answer?
Of course. We will soon see if my hypothesis has any merit.
Actually, I'm still feeling a little nervous.
Why?
Me too.
But weren't you all fired up just a moment ago?
Yeah, you're right. Okay, let's do this.
Actually, I'm a little worried too. Deep breaths. Deep breaths.
I know what you're feeling. Saying anything becomes so much harder when there are so many people watching.
Well,
Mhm.
does anyone know the exact location of where we're headed, or should I do a reading on my scry glass?
Go ahead.
According to the prophecy, once we've figured out the answer, we should test it at the Lantern of Utmost Joy. Wait, but where is this lantern?
Oh, we know something about that.
I've already found out where it is.
What?
Make up a story about how you discovered the location by divining the wind.
Wow, that's amazing. You really know how to do everything under the sun.
I'm definitely not the honest
Then we'll
person.
let you lead the way.
Follow me.
This is it. We're off to find the sacred location of the Lantern of Utmost Joy.
To be completely honest, I'm kind of lost. Like, I'm not completely sure of everything that's going on anymore. Let's all teleport over here. I'll just let the story play out as if I had read everything. There's no point in going back now and reading it all. Except for maybe to better understand everything. But who's looking to do that?
According to the map, it should be somewhere around here.
Let me take a look.
Wait, did Venti give us the map? Where did we get the map? I don't remember. Like I said, it's been a few days.
See any lanterns here? Now that I think about it, the prophecy didn't say anything about what the lantern utmost joy actually looks like, right? Maybe we've overlooked something?
Traveler, are you trying to figure out something else from the paper?
Exactly. Venti's note here, I did get it from Venti, I was right. Note here says that we should look up and seek answers from the sky.
Paimon's reading too. Huh? It says to look up.
That it does.
But there's nothing above us. The wind didn't trick us, did it?
I get it, because Venti is the wind, right? The slip also says, now you should recite the incantation. Come on, take a look at this.
Place the squirrel on the back of the pointy-eared cat, and a pious puppy will open the doors to show you the way. Huh. Paimon read the whole thing out loud, but nothing's happening.
Look! Look! The wind is blowing!
What a strong wind current. Let's ride it up and see where it leads us.
Huh? We'll have to fly up there? Can someone carry me with them?
Here.
Albedo's so kind. Oh, floating island.
This is the first time I've ever flown like this.
Where's the lantern? This looks like we're ready for like a floating island tea party. Hey, it became daytime in an instant.
How did this little island get up here in the sky? Did somebody make it?
Just to be safe, I've been jotting down our entire route here. This way, no one will get lost.
Oh, good thinking, Kale.
So now what?
Who would have thought we'd find this kind of table here? Weird. It's almost as if someone was holding a tea party.
Yeah, like we're going to start singing about
Guessed
celebrating an
such a place could
unbirthday.
exist right above Mondstadt too.
Right, that's kind of above the ocean.
Oh, look at that pretty lantern on the table.
Ah, that's the
There's
lantern.
even a chair for each side of the lantern, too.
There seems to be something on the back of this chair. Let me have a closer look.
Is it somebody's name? Is it telling us where to
Take
sit?
your seat, present your answers, and you shall reach enlightenment. Well, as far as instructions go, I guess that's simple enough.
So we just need to do as it says, right?
Wait a second.
Why do you have pause, Albedo?
We'd better make sure this place is safe before taking our seats. Everyone, please stay clear for a moment.
Everyone vigilantly watches Albedo conducts a thorough search through the
Questions and doubts
inspection through the
aside,
space.
The scenery here is pretty amazing. It'd be impossible to feel stressed here.
How is
We're on a
everything,
floating
Albedo?
island that could fall at any moment. Have you not seen Age of Ultron?
Everything seems to be fine. I didn't find any traps or suspicious mechanisms.
There's one floating right behind you.
But I also couldn't find any overt destructive devices.
That was pretty important for Age of Ultron
do
as a
you
destructive
mean?
device.
Well,
Watch Age of
it
Ultron.
seems that wrong answers won't have any catastrophic consequences. Looks like we'll have to sit on these chairs and fulfill the prophecy. Everyone, I would like to suggest that we try some risky answers on our first attempt. Let's reserve our most confident answers for the second round.
That sounds kind of smart. But why?
Ah, I get what he means. If we do as he says, then we may be able to figure out how the puzzle works.
Okay.
I see. That makes a lot of sense.
What's up, Mona?
Mona,
I saw her scrying over there.
you're not looking too good.
Oh, are you hungry? I brought some snacks.
She probably is hungry, but she's probably gonna say
Thank
no.
you for offering, Klee, but that's not quite it.
So she is hungry.
While Albedo was checking just now, I gave my scryglass a spin, hoping to find some information.
Mm-hmm.
There's a strange aura to this place. It's almost as if someone has been staring at me as soon as we stepped foot in here. But if nothing here has actually been physically tampered with, then no. Could that person be?
Her teacher? Mona just shivered. Did she sense some kind of great power?
What do you mean, Mona? Who could it be?
Who could it
Never
be
mind.
now?
It's not like I've got any proof.
Don't leave us on the edge like this, Mona.
I'll just do what Albedo said.
Yes. Let's test the hypothesis together, Klee.
Come on, join us, Mona.
Oh, all right.
Okay, then I'll answer the first question. If someone were to ask me to find a flower that is not of this world,
You can do it, Sucrose.
then I would fetch a tetragenic sweet flower.
All right, I'm up next. My part of the prophecy is to find a guide who will never get lost.
Kali, I hope you found your answer.
My answer is that I will be that guide. For a long time, I have been guided by others. It's taken me a while, but I finally made it to where I am today. Although I still haven't made a name for myself, and I'm still quite immature, I would still like to put my name forward. Because I would like to become a guide that can help others. I want
Have
to
you
help
gotten
others
lost?
the same way Amber, Master Tainari, Sino, and everyone else helped me. Now it's my turn to pass on the gift that I've been given.
Did he just go to the head of the table?
It's up to me to answer the third part. I'll submit myself as one who would never lie. Although I've never really had any other virtues or talents, I'm confident that I've always been an honest person. I'd like to thank everyone, too, for giving me this opportunity to validate myself.
And last but not least, I will answer the final part of the prophecy.
Go for it.
There's no tale more befitting the title of a legend that never ends than our fates as human beings.
Wait, the lantern just lit up! Whoa, all four sides of the lantern are glowing!
Huh? But
But all we did was submit a batch test answers.
Kale, could I ask you to stand up for a second?
oh, all right.
Huh? What's going on? Why is it lighting up regardless of who's sitting in the chair? Didn't it say we have to answer all the questions correctly?
It's pretty clear now, isn't it? We've just proven that there is no right answer for this prophecy.
No right answer? But how could that be?
Although the instructions had come from an old and enigmatic prophecy, it is in fact nothing like the ancient mechanism that we had all imagined it to be. I believe the lantern only serves as a simple signal.
And to think, I never expected you to actually find this place.
What? There's someone else here?
Who can it be
Meet
now?
again, traveler.
Hey!
Who is Scarlet
Outlander
Ridley?
we met the other day at Good Hunter!
It's all thanks to you that I was able to find this place.
I feel like this might be
Good
Mona's
thing that you
teacher.
were too preoccupied with the prophecy to notice someone tailing you from the shadows.
Oh, is that so? Then, why do I spy yet another person following in your shadow?
Wait, really?
She's right there. Hi, Rosaria.
There's no need for pleasantries. You should know I'm here for you.
Is it just because I'm a visitor from abroad?
I was there when you snuck your way into Marjorie's place.
So you had your eyes on me even then, huh? That was 2 whole weeks ago, you know.
It's hard not to notice you when I'm on duty every day.
She said duty.
All right. In that case, I'll admit it. I was the person who slipped this prophecy into the storybook.
But why?
Huh? But why? Then, does that mean this wasn't a real prophecy after all?
Don't worry. Even though you probably have plenty of reservations about me, you can be sure that the prophecy is genuine. In fact, many of you here today may have heard the code name of the one who left the prophecy to me. She hailed from an ancient assembly of powerful women, each of whom used a single letter to signify themselves.
Who would have guessed? It seems that power was indeed left behind by the old hag after all.
Ah, so you're B's student. It's an honor to meet you. I am Scarlet, the successor of Jay.
Well, what are you talking about?
It's a long story, but I'm not quite sure that I'm the best person to tell it.
Go for it.
Since you've all spent so much time and energy trying to decipher this prophecy, you must also be very interested in the secret behind this lantern, no?
I guess
The lantern
so.
has already been lit. Now then, please allow me to disturb your happy peace.
That doesn't sound like a good incantation.
Why did this little thing just light up? How strange.
Hello? On the other side of the lantern. Can you hear me over there? Mom?
Oh, I hear many youthful voices.
Including your own daughter, apparently.
I am Scarlet, the successor of Jay.
Oh, since we've last gathered, Jay's successor has already become so reckless and bold. Unbelievable.
Just putting on a voice.
Wait. Why are you talking just like the old hag?
Old hag? Who would dare say that? Is that Mona?
Who are you? Who dares imitate my master?
And what of imitation and mimicry? It has always been a fool's errand to mimic and learn from humanity.
Aunt Alice, I'm here too.
Mom, why are you trying to talk like other people?
So I see everyone's here. Well then, my warmest greetings, everyone.
Miss Alice, why would you...
Well, it's been many years since this lantern last lit up. You can't blame me for thinking that one of the old friends from my youth may have decided to catch up again.
Why she sounds so coy all of a sudden?
And if I recall correctly, we left this lantern in the care of the Animo Archon Barbados. You must be commended for uncovering an artifact entrusted to the god of wind himself. Tell me, are you sitting around my beloved tea party table?
It's a
We're kind of standing.
really long table.
Oh, so you are. I suppose this means even the Animo Archon has granted you entry to this place. Was all of this Scarlet's doing?
Yeah, seems that way. At least that's what she said.
Wait. Paimon's completely lost now. So what was this assembly you were talking about earlier?
Oh, Miss Alice, would it be all right to leave the explanation of that to you?
Well, you should be rewarded for making it all the way up here and activating the lantern. Now then, let me tell you a long and ancient story.
Okay. Go for it.
Ever heard of the Hexenzirkel? As the spooky name
No, I
suggests,
have not heard of
it's
it.
a secret society. Once upon a time, it even challenged the Animo Archon himself. But he replied, "Let us make music, not war, and resolve our conflicts through song."
That sounds like him.
From then on, the mages would only ever convene in the woods, in the skies, or on the edges of cliffs. At these tea parties, they discussed their stories and secrets and resolved their differences, as the tea and cakes bore witness to their pledge never to fight amongst themselves.
Yesterday, I snuffed out the life of my beloved.
Wow.
He had grown old and was extremely sick. He loved me dearly, So I took his fate in my hands and ended his pain.
It still sounds cold.
I'm raising a son. Of all the children I had, he's the only one left.
This is the one that made Albedo.
But I suppose that still makes me a mother.
My lifespan is nothing compared to yours, so I wish to leave you with my storybook. Actually, maybe you can pass it on to your children one day.
Oh, this looks interesting. Let me scry.
Mona's teacher.
My dear sisters, we mustn't let prophecies threaten our bonds of friendship. Even the most frightening witch was once a little girl, and growing up can be so tough. Sometimes we all need to vent our troubles to the wind. Even if the nations go to war, or the sky falls down, the mages' tea parties shall forever be held around this table.
Apparently not.
Ah, so this is where the legendary mages held their meetings.
Really, I just want to say, with the first mage that talked, was just like, I just snuffed out my lover. Like, it was like a mercy killing type thing, where it's just ending his suffering. But still, the way it sounded like she said it was just kind of like, yeah, I killed him. He was suffering. Now he doesn't have to anymore. Like, it sounded so like she was unfazed and almost like she was kind of happy to do it. It was disturbing. And then you have the one that created Albedo. Obviously, she was wrong based on a past event that we've been through. But at the same time, like, I wasn't cool with that either. The rest of them I didn't really seem to have too much of a problem with. But the first two, Otto.
That's right. We often met here to chat and have tea.
Then what about the part saying that if we light the lantern of utmost joy, we'd receive a supreme blessing?
About that. I never expected anyone other than Jay to actually read the full contents of that prophecy. It's a little embarrassing. The truth is, that prophecy was actually just a letter that we sent to Jay as a group the day before her wedding.
So it was indeed written by all of you.
I must thank you for resisting the urge to immediately reveal the truth to everybody, Albedo. Knowing you, you probably figured out everything the moment you laid eyes on the message.
No, it took me a little longer than that.
A flower that is not of this world, a guide who will never get lost, one who would never lie, and a legend that never ends. These 4 descriptions signify 4 individual mages. When a member of the organization had to leave the group to spend the rest of her days with her beloved, the other mages would write down this prophecy and send it to her to invite her for a final get-together. A flower that is not of this world signifies, of course, flowers that do not naturally exist in this world. This is the signature of our full name, Rhine-daughter, also known as Gold. If there's anyone in this world who could create a flower species that does not yet exist, it would be her.
That's Albedo's mother.
Who will never get lost is N, otherwise known as Nicole. You may not have encountered her yet, but she is a truly extraordinary woman who has made this world's direction and order her subject of study. Some of you may be fortunate enough to have already heard her voice. Like a prophetess, she will only speak to guide people toward the truth when a change has occurred in the world. She has a tendency to suddenly speak in someone's mind without any warning. If one day you would be unfortunate enough to run into a truly dangerous situation,
not saying that's her, but
she may use her voice to guide the way forward for you.
Who would have guessed that there are so many mysterious women in this world and that they would all know each other?
Mona doesn't seem happy about it.
Lie is me. I hope no one would take offense. It's just that I, Alice, or A for short, have always had a soft spot for those with sincerity and candor. As for a legend that never ends, You may not know M in person, but you've likely encountered one of her works. Have any of you ever read The Boar Princess?
Nope, collected it, never read it.
I'm pretty sure every child in Mondstadt has read that book.
It's also one of my favorite stories. M was an exceptional human writer who used her prose to teach me the meaning of grief. Don't you think such a person would deserve a seat at the mage's table?
Was she the one that
It's getting more and more
had
lost.
to take out her own lover?
It may sound hard to believe, but I can attest to everything that Alice has said. Jay was also a mortal who aged and passed on, leaving her title to her students and followers. Alice, you've never acknowledged any of Jay's successors. It's now been centuries since the first of us took on her mantle. I've always wanted to meet you.
Do you also want to become a mage?
Title aside, I think I'm more interested in the meaning and purpose of the Hexen Circle. I used to think that the Hexen Circle was a group of women who could control the very fate of this world. But now, I've seen for myself that besides Jay, many other ordinary people were also among you.
Do you think less of us now?
No, not at all. My interest has been piqued, and I'm now even more drawn towards the idea of becoming a mage.
You're right. I've never acknowledged any of Jay's successors. But you are different. You are much more fascinating than any of your predecessors.
Oh, has someone finally piqued Aunt Alice's interest?
Now is not a good time, Scarlet, but as soon as I am able, I will seek you out for a meeting. I want you to tell me all about Jay's married life back in her hometown.
So the mage who received the prophecy letter from all of you was Jay? She left the Hexen Circle after getting married?
Precisely. There was only one way the letter could have been interpreted. She would have known what we meant as soon as she saw the message. We were just asking one thing of her. Please come to see us again. Before you go and settle forever with your happiness, please come share some of it with your best friends and sisters.
Sounds like she didn't do it though.
So, the Supreme Blessing actually meant...
All journeys are fleeting and will eventually come to an end. What will give us the most fulfillment and happiness in the end are those who will greet us at our journey's destination. Dear child, I believe you can also understand what I am talking about. We women will always have many troubles and encounter pains and frustrations that will keep us up at night. But no matter how hard things may become, we will cross mountains and oceans to see our best friends again, regardless of how many years have passed or how far the distance may be. As long as we can be with our beloved friends, our hearts will be filled with joy. To us mages, that's what being supremely blessed is all about.
Oh,
Kali sounds disappointed.
I still don't get it, but I do know that all the mages are Mom's best friends.
If you ask how I see it, the Hexen Circle is just a group of ladies that I spent my youth with. Anyway, I'll introduce some of the other members to you all later. I still have a few things to attend to, so
Bye,
that's what I
Rosaria.
have to do for today.
Bye, Mom. Todoko says bye, too.
Goodbye, darling, and farewell to all of our other friends as well. I'm sure we'll see each other again. Oh, now that I think of it, isn't it getting close to that time of year?
Yes, it's Windbloom again, Alice.
It's also a special anniversary date. I'm sure you still remember.
Yes, I do remember now. It was on this day many, many years ago that Jay tied the knot.
Is that coincidence?
Just in time for the Festival of Love and Freedom. Everyone, please enjoy this year's Windbloom Festival to the fullest.
Alice's voice fades and lantern grows dim. It is once again just a regular piece of decor. For a moment, everyone looks lost in thought, but soon, chatter begins to fill the space again. Before long, everyone spreads their gliders to return to Mondstadt.
Whoa! Ah, Albedo! Why didn't you tell me we'd have to glide all the way back down?
Obviously we would have to. Well, not me, though. I'm an exception. Motherboard. And let's wrap up the storyline. I'll give my rating of it after it's wrapped up. You good, Timaeus?
Are you okay, Timaeus? Maybe you'd feel better if you just, let it out.
I'm fine. I'm just a little glider sick, that's all.
You may want to look into getting your own gliding license when you have the time. It might prove helpful to you.
True.
Okay. Sure thing.
It sounds like you've still got something on your mind. Why don't you tell us? We're all happy to listen.
It's nothing, really. It's just... Well, Alice's story was really interesting and romantic. I won't argue about that. But still, the whole thing wasn't quite what I was hoping for.
Agreed.
Of course, I didn't actually expect the supreme blessing to be real, but...
True.
Don't say that. None of this was your fault, Timaeus. Honestly, it's more on me for having agreed to be the Windbloom Festival Special Ambassador.
No.
Had I not asked for everyone's help...
If anything, it should be my fault for finding that prophecy.
Oh, no. I didn't mean to blame the two of you either. I just feel like this whole adventure didn't really end on a high note, and we also didn't really get anything out of it.
Yep. Agreed.
But I'd say we still learned something new.
That might be the only thing.
That aside, Timaeus, you still need to go to Liyue to apologize to Yingar, right? Do you want Kale and I to accompany you?
Why?
Oh, Miss Yingar.
Why?
Well, I mean, I just really don't want her to get mad at me. Now that I've come back to my senses, I really don't know what I should do.
Hey, you three? You may want to look over there.
Oh, she's here.
Huh? Miss Yingar?
Oh, so that's Miss Yingar? I've never met her before.
Yep, that's her. And she actually came all the way to Mondstadt.
I am so sorry, Miss Yingar. But how did you... I mean...
Are you so happy just to see me?
Yes, he is.
Well, of course I am. I'm so happy that I don't... Sorry, I don't know what to say.
I was ready to give you a harsh scolding, but now that I've seen you like this, I suppose I could let you off the hook this time. You said you couldn't come to pick me up because of a very important matter, right? Well then, of course I had to come and find you instead.
Should we go see how they're doing?
Leave him alone.
I wouldn't. You'll get hit by a forest boar if you interrupt a couple's romantic conversation.
Word.
Oh, really? We'll just leave them alone then.
Look quite happy. Maybe that's what Windbloom's all about. Their adventure has come to an end.
I'm so glad to
I
see
didn't get to read it all.
Timaeus find his happiness.
Did he really,
I have
though?
to say,
They just had a
I'm
conversation.
even more envious of you, Sucrose.
And she didn't make
You can
one
be
innuendo
happy
the whole
just to
time.
see
She was
others happy.
flirtatious, but didn't make a single
You gave me so much
innuendo.
help without any expectations in return. Even though you said that we're very much alike, I still feel like you have a much bigger heart than I do.
But if you say that, then I'd say I'm also nowhere near as brave or tenacious as you. I guess we have the same amount of positive qualities. They're just spread over different parts of our personalities. I've never
That's
visited
what makes
Sumeru
differences in people.
or made many friends from outside of Mondstadt. I'm happy just to have met and become your friend. Maybe I'll get shy and flustered when I meet other people I don't know in the future. But that's okay too. Since we are so alike, You probably get what I'm trying to say. You just need to believe that all of your issues aren't really issues at all.
But isn't it too late now for me to learn to accept myself?
No.
Well... Do you know anything about the blooming cycles of Cecilius?
I may have read about that in a book before.
That's a topic that my parents used to talk about back when they were still dating. Surprising, right? To think that people would talk about that while on a date. My mom brought it up at dinner one time last month. She called my dad the most boring man she knew, and said that he even turned up late to a date once, all with a smile on her face. But she also said that learning is just another part of life. It's never too late to start something, as long as you recognize that it's something good for you to do. Why don't you give it a try, Kale?
Okay, I'll try my best.
So Sucrose's mother likes boring.
Really having a great conversation. Paimon can't even find a moment to join in.
Then don't! Well, isn't it great that they're getting along so well?
I nearly forgot. This is for you.
This texture. Are these seeds?
Yep. I believe I mentioned my sweet flower research to you before. These are the seeds of the sweet flower cultivars that I've worked on. It's nothing too special, but they're the best cultivars that I've made. So, I really hope that you'll like them. They're super sweet and easy to grow and keep. I'm also submitting them as my wind blooms for this year. I wish that the Animo Archon could also see how lovely they are.
Thank you.
I'm sure he already has.
I'll plant them in the Avidia forest and take good care of them.
Kale, please take these notes with you. I've heard that you've been working hard on your studies, so I've prepared some study materials for you at Sucrose's request. Feel free to look through them whenever you can find the time. Mondstadt's doors will always remain open to you.
Thank you so much. Really, I don't know what to say. I'm just really happy.
Ah, Sucrose, now's your chance. Didn't you want to collect a breath of joy?
Really?
You're right.
The breathing in the test tube thing again.
Forgot. Kale, can you exhale once into this test tube? I will save this breath of joy and use it in my research.
Oh, really? May I?
So weird.
Of course.
Kale exhales into the test tube, and the fluid turns a deep violet. Wait, she actually has a formula that collects the joy from the breath. A small sparkling cloud that puffs out of the test tube and rises into the air like a marshmallow before it's taken away by the wind.
Huh? What was that?
True joy?
It was like a little cloud of happiness, and now it flew away.
We call that weed smoke. I just had to go there.
Well, luckily, there's still some breath left in the test tube. I'll seal it up for now. I'll keep working on it and let you know as soon as I have any breakthroughs in my research.
Yeah, you can write to me. I'll be sure to respond as soon as I receive your letter.
Oh, it looks like you found a new pen pal.
Master Tainari! Sino!
If your friendship was forged in a test tube, does that make you test friends forever?
That's it. Think you've ruined Sumeru's reputation in Mondstadt
such a
beyond
dad
all
joke.
hope of repair.
All that matters is that I've enjoyed Mondstadt immensely. The dragon here possesses a majestic form.
Oh, that reminds me. Traveler, this card back is for you.
Wait, for me?
Sino wanted you to have one for yourself. If I had to guess, I'd say he probably wants you to use it if you challenge him to a duel.
Well, I haven't even played it
I'm
once
a master
before.
of the game. Do you dare challenge me?
Calm down, Yugi.
Let's knock him off his high horse.
It's time to duel!
Wait, I've got something to give you too.
It's actually not time to go, because like I said, I've never played it before.
Gift for us? Yeah. I figured I should follow local Mondstadt customs and prepared a few small things themed after the Windbloom Festival.
Is that a bookmark?
I made these bookmarks from
Yep.
Sumeru roses at the hotel. I want to give them to Amber, Master Tainari, and Sino. During Windbloom, Mondstatters offer flowers to the people most important to them. You three are family to me.
What
But Tainari said that we're not anything like an academic family. He wouldn't write joint papers with us.
Well, in this case, we can consider ourselves as regular siblings. And that should be just fine.
Yeah.
I agree. Oh, and here are some Padisara seeds as well. These are for the Traveler, Paimon, and everyone else from Mondstadt.
Whoa, are these really for us?
Thank you. We really appreciate it.
So, are these your chosen Windblooms?
Mm-hmm, one of them. Both Padisaras and Sumeru roses are my Windblooms. Although they're not native to Mondstadt, they are the flowers that can best express my feelings. I want to give them to the people I feel thankful for. To those who I wish to accompany as we greet more seasons and future Windblooms together. The real blessing in life is when you are surrounded by people who you'd miss day and night, and who you'd want to see even if that meant crossing mountains and oceans to do so.
I'm so happy to hear you say that.
Sucrose, do you see that cloud over there?
What's it look like to you?
Doesn't it look just like your test tube?
Joy above the clouds. Quest completed. Gotta say, this whole storyline, really meh. Really meh. Alright, so we got a card for the card game that I have yet to play. Done everything from finishing those quests. I gotta keep collecting absolutely everything from doing all these, which I'll be doing during the half episode, except for this. I will do one of these right now. Breezy snapshots. Fazben of the Adventurers Guild seems to be busy with something. Good West. Yeah, overall, I didn't like the story. At most, I feel like it just introduced the mages. That's about it. I don't feel like it really did anything else for us. Other than, yeah, kind of waste time. It wasn't even that good of a story. Alright. I do have my camera out. Okay. Fastben! Traveler, please wait. What event have you got going here? An event? No. I have neither the energy nor ability for something like that. I'm merely someone interested in photo taking. I even had someone get me a camera and took a great many pictures with it. The people at the guild seemed to really like the pictures I took. Cyrus even said that we could turn them into books and give them out as souvenirs. And, well, you know what? Since it's a Windbloom Festival, Cyrus requested that I go around Mondstadt and take various pictures related to the festival. He's planning on putting them together into a commemorative album to be given to the adventurers of the guild as mementos. But Mondstadt's a big place with lots of photo-taking spots. I'm just one person. The other adventurers are also out on their own errands and won't have any time to help. I know that a festival isn't really the right time to be asking around for help, but please, traveler, I've heard that you're a dab hand at the camera. What is a dab hand? So please, help me out. Well, I do know a thing or two. Whew. All right, that's a relief. So the rumors are true then. Anyway, traveler, in that case, allow me to formally request your help in going around Mondstadt to take pictures with using your camera. Ah, yes. Why don't you use this camera to take your photos? I maintain it regularly, so it runs very smoothly. I mean, it takes a good camera to take good pictures, wouldn't you say? I'll be counting on you then. The pictures just need to be related to the Windbloom Festival. Otherwise, there are no particular restrictions on their content. As for the reward, you don't need to worry. I'll follow the usual guild regulations. You won't be working for free. Now, I'll need to sort the pictures here into categories. First up, of course, is a photo of the main gate of Mondstadt City. Do remember to go take a photo from the main gate and to keep the photo taking point right in your sights. You know, the bouquets, the carpets, the floral terraces. Take a good picture of all of them. Oh, that's what they meant. Go take photos. Okay, we're already navigating. Oh, we got a new camera. I guess I gotta take it with that camera. I can't use my regular camera. Be careful when using it. You don't want to break it now. Guess we'll use this one. Even though the special camera could do it. Your stalls are getting in the way of me being able to walk around here. Yep. What is sparkling air? Ah, mushroom. Is there going to be a spot that says you should take your picture from here? Yup, here it is. You must equip your camera and interact with the photo taking points to enter the photo taking mode. Can you shut up? I'm talking. The process is split into an adjustment phase where you can determine the photo settings and a photo taking phase in which you can move and use your skills. Okay. During the adjustment phase, you need to first select your camera setting and then proceed to adjust the position and angle of the photo. Take note that the photo taking points must be within the camera frame.
Hope you enjoy the Wind Bloom Festival.
Once you have confirmed your settings, it's time to move on to the photo taking phase. Okay. During the photo taking phase, the angle of the finalized image will be decided by the settings you adjusted previously. During the photo taking process, the direction of the shoot will be indicated by the reflector beam. If you wish to adjust the camera settings again, you can.
Welcome to Mondstadt. Hope you enjoy the Wind Bloom Festival.
Shut up. You can just tap pause,
welcomes you.
challenge, and return to your preset, thus starting the setting adjustment process over again. Once you have finished taking a photo, if you keep on taking pictures using the current settings, you can tap keep taking photos to return to the photo taking phase. Okay, whatever. I need to get away from these guys before they start talking again. All right, so I'm not completely sure about all this. Do I have to? Okay, so this is as far as I can go this way. Okay, so you want to cut off the feet a little. No, never mind. I don't know. I'm so confused. I gotta take it within a certain point between 8 and 17. Oh, come on. It's like almost 8. I'll take it again. Never mind. That good? Keep taking photos. Restore defaults. Wait, how do you... No, wait. No.
I swear, there really are some unique-looking senseias around Cape O.
Do I just need to do one of these, or do I have to do all of them? I think I got everything I need here, don't I? Hold on. I'm so confused by this. I guess that works. You just need to get one of them. Check photos, taken location. Go take photos. Okay, so we got to go up to the statue now. Wait. Yeah. Navigate. Teleport. This one ain't it either. All right, prepare the photograph. Ah, so that's how you got to do it. I like this. This is a better shot. Firm camera settings. Character from Mondstadt. That would be perfect for this. Outrider Amber. And boom. All right, now we got one more photo to take. Like those rewards. Really? He wants a photo of himself? I mean, come on. We were just there, too. Ooh, chest. We'll be getting that chest before we take this photo.
Another target tracked down by Outrider Amber.
Way to go, Outrider Amber. Okay, are we on the dock or are we on the beach? Or no, we don't even get to the dock. Yeah, we got to be cleared out of the way so that... Use an elemental skill.
Lightning flash!
Cool. I am so happy with that outcome. So happy. Let's go ahead and just get this. All right. I will do the rest of those. Can you get off the screen? I will do the rest of those during the half episode. But that's going to be it for this one. Like I said, this story, very, very meh at best. But that'll be it for this one. Thanks so much for watching. And until next time, deuces.
So I wrote it in the rhyme. The Reverend Doctor got an 8K wet working. The roaches get the rays sprayed. My weak rhyme, my body, your best verses on game day. I touch the crowns of self-entitled kings. You leave the heat like LeBron when I melt your idols' vital things. This is Malcolm and Martin, Million Man March in Sparta, mixed with a legion of angels surrounding sons and daughters. Simon Peter with a desert eagle waving it at Caesar. So if I was you, I probably wouldn't mention me either.